Welcome back. I am going to do something today that I was just going to do anyway and thought, let me turn the cameras on in case anybody cares. What I'm going to do today is create a synthetic hi-hat sound completely from scratch using the Complex-1 modular synthesizer inside of Reason Studios. I'm going to take that sample and then create a combinator that houses that sample along with a player so that I can have a completely custom hi-hat sound ready to go whenever I want to produce. Let's get right into it. Thanks again for joining. You're the best. So I am going to open the Complex-1 modular synth. We're crazy. We're out of the gate. We are crazy. We're going to click reset device on that guy. I'm going to click show cables here. And I'm not going to use the oscillators here. So I'm going to disconnect that guy. Right now, nothing's happening. I don't have anything coming out of the oscillator outs. So I do want to use some noise. So I could put the noise straight into the output mixer and I should hear something. Oh, look at that. Beautiful music, right? But I am going to modify this sound some on the way to the output. So I'm going to take the out of the noise and put it in the audio end of the shaper first. I'm going to take the out of the shaper and put it in to the filter. I'm going to take the high pass out and put it into the output mixer there. Now, what is this going to sound like? Not great. From here, I'm going to just have some fun. Oh, see, we're getting up there, aren't we? Starting to hear some familiar. You can tell we're getting pretty hi-hatty already, right? All I've done is selected blue as my noise type, turned the color all the way up. There's a shaper here. Just clicked one that sounded kind of right. Did the high pass here. Don't need all of that. Want to leave some of that juice in there. Turn the drive up. Now, obviously, it sounds like more of an open hi-hat or shaker or something. I'm going to take this decay. That noise will go as long as I hold it, right? I'm going to take it down. Until I like it. Ooh. You know what that sounds like? A hi-hat. What a coincidence. Because that's what we're making. I think I'm going to go with this. Alright, so there's a couple different things I could do here. Let's make it easy. And let me hit that. So I just played that MIDI note. I'm going to click bounce in place, and it'll give it to me right there. Nice and clean. Complex, you've done your job. Thank you. So now I'm just going to make this sample here how I want it. Let's see. That's it. That's what I want. All right. I'm going to click this. Bounce, clips to new samples. Boom. A million different ways we can do this, but what I'm going to do is open and Mimic Creative Sampler. I'm going to reset device because I don't want whatever they got going on. I got my complex sample here. And as you'll hear, because pitch is selected. All right, so I could stop there. And I just got a fun hi-hat that I made. But what I'm going to do is, to make life a little bit easier when I'm producing a beat, and I'm just like, man, let me just drop in a hi-hat to ride along with what I'm doing. Take the drum sequencer, put it on top of Mimic. I'm going to reset this guy. This should play 16 notes. Whoa. All right, I'm going to change this note to C3 so it'll actually play the original sample. So we have created a hi-hat sound completely from scratch. It's ours. We own it. We did it. Hooray. Thank you, Complex-1. We took that hi-hat sound, we bounced it out as a sample. Now we've pulled it back into the Mimic Creative Sampler. We left it in pitch mode. We pulled a drum sequencer over top of it. Now we have 16th note steps right here. We can drop that bad boy in. What I'm going to do now, I already changed this note to C3. I'm going to go through now. I'm going to click learn, and I'm just going to tell the drum sequencer which lane to play which note. And what's really cool is now you could do, if you want to do fancy stuff like this, I like this. I'm not gonna do that, but you could do that. Let's add one more thing. Let's just put the Audiomatic, because the Audiomatic is possibly the best thing that's ever happened to anything. I actually kind of like that bright. Now, let the fun begin. I'm gonna select all of these by holding shift, right click, and the magic happens when I hit combine. And now on to the second part of this video where we make a Combinator device. Now I'm going to go to save this and I'll have to do a step, but we'll get there. I'm not going to explain all of this. There's a great video on the Combinator on Reason's site. Also, Chris Reed has a YouTube channel with a lot of Reason tutorial videos. I'm not going to get into all of this, but I am going to have some fun. I'm feeling a little orange today. I'm going to leave the back. Well, no, let's see. You know what? Let's get crazy. I'm going to put my album artwork as the backdrop because I can do what I want and it makes it hard to read. And I like that because I'm an idiot. I'm going to get rid of these controls. Actually, we're going to call it JCHHHH for Jeremy Queller's Hip Hop Hi-Hat. I'm clever. I don't know what to do with myself. So now what's cool is every time I load this up, I'm going to be 16th noting like every time. So if I'm at 92 BPM, not 952, I don't know. Let's see what it would be. Let's see. Yeah, that's obnoxious. That's what that is. 92 BPM, 2 end to 3. Get rid of some of that decay. Now this is what I'm going to do. What was I messing with earlier? This guy right here. Little brightness. Check this out. Control. I'm going to go vintage XX. Oh, that's what's already there. It's because that's like the one I like. I might just make a one knobber, you know? I'm going to call this knob bright. Right? I'm going to go down here to this dry wet. I'm going to map to combi control bright. So as you're building bigger and bigger patches with all these devices, you can put the most important controls up top. Okay, so if you get to this point and this happens, this is what I was referencing. I'm going to have to do something there, then do it. So this, when you click save, if it talks about self-contained, right? Go into the self-contained setting dialog. So you're going to come here, song self-contained settings, uncheck the sample, click OK. You're going to have to find a place to put that. So if I go document, samples and sounds, samples, custom samples, boom, bada bing. That sample is going to go there now. Could have renamed it before I did that. No worries. Now I can save this Combinator. I have custom instruments here. So check this out. I'm going to call this JCHHHH. And now I have got a beautiful, beautiful Combinator instrument here that's loaded up and ready to go. And if you want me to prove it, which I know you do, we're going to open this guy up. So now we have a new song, right? And we're jamming along. Oh, but it's missing You guessed it, hi-hat. Well, right here in that folder, ladies and gents, all I gotta do is double click, and guess what? It's not too shabby, my friends. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you want to click the stuff that helps me out, subscribe and all that, do it. If not, more power to you. Thanks for sticking it through with me here. I had fun. I get distracted a lot when I'm making these videos because I'm just like, oh, I like that sound, or what would this not do? And we get sidetracked. But as long as we stick together as a team. Thank you. Bye.
Store.jeremycarruthers.com